So it's time for a road test on the Canyon. I just want to see how it performs. I've raised the seat slightly, so I should be a bit more aggressive. I want to see what it does on the climbs, on the straights, on the brakes, everything in between. This is my normal stomping ground for riding around, so it'll be a really, really good test. Anyway, stick with me. My little grommets have turned up. This, believe it or not, this little tiny piece of plastic just here, $29.99 from Canyon.com. And to be fair, I only need about 2 or 3 of these. You know what, that is not bad for a controlled descent. But yeah, lovely that. And I'm in the drops as well, which isn't, for me, I've always had trouble on bikes where I can get into the drops or not. I want to see how this compares with my other bikes. The Canyon Grail, which is a gravel bike. It's a lovely ride, but you do lose out on acceleration and top speed. They're comfy though. Let's see what these 32mm tyres can do for me. Let's see how it performs on hills. I'm a glad for punishment, but I need to find out. Can it climb? Or can I climb with it? There's a climb there, look. Right, wish me luck. I'm still in the big ring as well. That's going to change. I think this is about 11 or 12% overall. 8%, 9%. Should ramp up here. 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. A lot of clicking going on there. Almost finished. Well, I don't know if it was quicker. Wasn't easier, but it did respond better. I think the gears need a bit of a tinker. Oh, crikey. I'm gonna swing left here, catch up the Bluestone Heath Road, and see what this does on the flat. So far, it's doing really well. It's a joy to ride. It's hard to explain, it's just smoother. The ride, obviously, with the 32mm tyres is incredibly much better than 28s. But it doesn't sort of, unlike my Grail tyres, which are Nobblies, 38mm, they could be a bit, yeah, grippy. The fact that I can get into the drops on this bike is just incredible for me. Every other bike I own, including the Grail, which is an extra small frame by the way, I just can't get into the drops at all. Whereas this, it feels actually quite comfy. I need to move the shifters forward surfboard towards me, just a little bit, and that'll be a comfy sort of setup. Impressions so far, gotta get used to the gears. There's a little bit of a quirk with the cross chaining going on, depending on which ring you're in, but I'm sure that's fine. The tyres are just 32mm. Where have you been all my life? I'm not pushing the boat out, just coasting. Probably about what, 100 watts, 120 watts. Bit of a headwind, you see, just casual pace. But it's doing all right, it's hardly at all. So I definitely know that it's quicker on climbing. Well, I won't say quicker, I think it's probably just more comfortable climbing. On the Planet X bike, everything was a grind. Every gear was clicking. Because it was old, obviously, old group set. It was second hand when I got it, believe it or not, but and it's been repaired and serviced so many times. Any bike, regardless of cost or group set, was probably going to be a considerable lot better. But this thing, I think, yeah. Make sure no one's coming. Granted, it's not electronic Di2, but there's just something about mechanical, like rim brakes used to be. I was so adamant, I'm not going to go disc brakes on a road bike. No denying it. It's just the stopping is just, it's just better. You can have the bigger tyres, so yeah, bigger tyres, comfier ride, longer ride. Not necessarily faster, not for me at least anyway, but yeah, win-win. But what can I say? Yeah, overall, for me personally, this is a really good bike. Might not be for everyone, I agree, but considering what I've had before, what I need it for, this should be absolutely brilliant. A bike fit will be in order for me to make it dialed in. I just need to change the gears slightly to trim it a bit. I think that's my own fault for chucking it in the back of a car, perhaps on the radio side. So, oops. The grommet stayed in from Canyon, so thank you very much for that. So there we go, thank you very much for viewing. I hope you got some value from this video. If you have, please do drop me a like. Drop me a comment underneath if you've got any questions or anything for that matter about the bike. If you're looking to either buy this model perhaps, or maybe even the Tiagra one for what, £1,700 I think from Canyon. This is obviously an extra small. Fits me, I'm what, 5'7", quite short legs, which is why I have trouble getting in the drops, of course, but the fact that I can get in the drops very comfortably is, for me, it's just brilliant. I think for me that's the price of admission, to get in the drops. Now I can actually, yeah, disc brakes, bigger tyres, go further. Next thing for me is to put in for some Audaxes, which I just have this morning already. This is obviously, I think there's one left for this year, which is probably a 200k, and then the rest of them are all next year's, and they're the permanent ones, I think. So I'll pop them on screen of the ones I'm going to be joining into next year. I think I accidentally put in a 400km one as well. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.